in the history of music, it is customary, at least the way we look at it now, to separate that is notated, therefore hopefully faithfully performed by the interpreters, and between that music that is composed in the moment, improvised, as it were. And that distinction actually is a fairly recent one. It's in mostly Western music, and for the purposes of this evening, we may deliberately confuse the boundaries between the two. So, for example, in this first half, you may not necessarily know exactly when one piece begins and another ends. You'll probably know when the first piece begins, but other than that, you'll probably guess when there's a solo violin piece and a string quartet and so on. But other than that, we're leaving it a little vague because improvisation will sort of interweave in between things. And I hope nevertheless you will enjoy it. One of the things that perhaps happens in the process of composing is a more slow and perhaps considered form of improvising. Likewise, when you're improvising in the moment in a very rapid way, you are composing in that moment. You're responding to a musical idea. So, in that sense, they're an organic process, just at very different speeds. One that has taken place over a long time that appears in printed music and other that is not. Here goes the first half. It starts with a kind of scherzo, a joke. That's what that translates as. The piece is not a joke, but it has many humorous, light, and swashbuckling elements. The Calixto of Mario Revista for solo violin that sort of appears next is implying a single technique, really, as the basis of it, and that is harmonics. And perhaps it's appropriate because it celebrates the 400th anniversary of Galileo inventing the telescope. So it sort of has a otherworldly kind of quality to it, a whistling, contemplative idea, and it's a very elegantly worked out piece. The third item on the first half is a movement entitled Vigil from the third string quartet by David Ramos. And it has a tenor part that is a very simple poem in an indigenous language from the Mexico area, you could say, that basically talks about how flowers and other beautiful things that are grown from the earth are merely borrowed. And it's a very atmospheric piece for string quartet.